Hey guys, it's Shrishti and I'm here with a video that has been very delayed and might be a little bit out of style. It depends how quickly y'all watch things. I'm going to talk about Voltron, which is a show that came out last summer, but season 2 just came out. Not just came out, it came out like a few weeks ago, I think. Yeah, I watched it back then, but I just never got around to filming this because I have to wait till my parents aren't home, and that doesn't happen so much. It's annoying, I know. So basically, if y'all don't know, Voltron is kind of a defender of the universe, which is funny because the name of the show is Voltron, Legendary Defender. Voltron is the defender of the universe and made up of 5 lions, 5 paladins, and basically the story is about how these 5 paladins, plus other people, their allies, have to defeat this evil power named Zarkon. And Zarkon, all you need to know about him, he's a huge dick. It is, in my opinion, a very good show, and you should definitely check it out. The characters, great, amazing. I'll definitely be expressing how much I love them, but this video will have spoilers for season 1 and season 2. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I forget how many episodes season 1 is, but season 2 is 13 episodes. I am going to talk about the episodes. I don't know if in detail, because I don't know if I remember everything that happened, because it's been a while. But I will refresh myself, try to talk about these episodes. I'll probably split it into a few different videos so they're not all too long. And if you haven't seen all of the episodes yet, you can watch them in parts. I guess since there's 13, I'll do 1 to 5, and then 6 to 10, and then the last 3, and then some predictions, I guess. So just videos will happen. So in this video specifically, I'm going to talk about 1 to 5. So episode 1 was called Across the Universe. Basically, it picked up from right where season 1 ended, which is when they were all in the wormhole and about to be sent to different places because of the glitch in the wormhole caused by the weird witch lady. Anyways, the main point of this episode was Shiro and Keith's relationship, and just I love how they seem to have like a brotherly relationship, and it just makes me very happy. And in this episode, we got the first of many glimpses throughout the season that Shiro might die and Keith might become the leader of Voltron. And because of the entire scene where he has to save Shiro and takes the black line and fights with it. Keith, he does that. Yes, he does do that in that episode, right? It's kind of obvious what role Keith plays in the season as well as Shiro from the first episode itself. And also, Shiro had this weird dark humor in this episode, and I'm like, you were not like this in season 1. What happened to you? He was trying to make jokes, and he's half dying, just trying to lighten the mood. Stop doing that, boy. Stop. You're gonna, no. And this episode also had Pidge in it, and I love Pidge. She is so smart. The love of my life. But the thing is, I just think she's an amazing character. And and how technically none of them would have been saved without her. Just shows off how great her character is, really. And of course, another not a main point, but a side story, I guess, was the Allura and Koran thing where they just kept going and going, and Koran kept getting younger and younger. That was kind of hilarious. It was just, I like the humor in Voltron. I guess it's not super childish, but it's more on the childish side. And I appreciate that, I guess. And Pidge, by the way, saved them too, just letting you know how great she is. And of course, by the end of this episode, Pidge, Keith, Shiro, Allura, and Koran all together happy, but Lance and Hunk. So, episode 2, which was the depths, I believe. And this was what Lance and Hunk's side of the story, because they get sent off to another planet, which is all covered in water. And I really enjoyed this episode, and I'm pretty sure this is the one they showed early at some one Comic-Con or something. But it was kind of like a filler, you know? But it still was a nice episode. I did like it. And, like, first of all, why did Lance really freaking go after the mermaids? Obviously stupid, because mermaids are evil. Just don't stop. And, like, it was hella shady. That's all I gotta say. Lance, you kind of dumb sometimes. It's alright, though. I love you. Lance is my favorite character, by the way. And when they were all in the mermaid's lair, and they were like, here we are all safe and warm, I got this, like, really high-key Ba Sing Se vibe. Like, remember in Atla when they were, like, in Ba Sing Se, and, like, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Like, this just gave me hella vibes, and I'm like, shady, get out of there. And then obviously they got all hypnotized and all that jazz. It was wild. I really like the battle sequences in this episode, like towards the end where they were fighting in the water, and how Lance figures out that his lion is really good in water and all that. And I love also throughout this entire season, they all discover more things about Voltron and their lions in general. And overall, I love Lance and Hunk's relationship. And I feel like it wasn't showcased as well as it could have been in this episode, but that is okay. I do have, I feel like I didn't have many things to say that I didn't like about season 1, but I have a little more to say about what I didn't like about season 2, but I still really enjoyed it, you know. Like, I feel like the episode was a little bit rushed, but it was kind of a filler, so I do understand why it was. Next, episode 3, which is Shira's Escape. This is so basically, this Gara who helped Shiro escape when he was captured by Sarkon, all that jazz, and he has, like, memories. And they're like, we have to find this dude, he's gonna help us, blah, blah, blah. That's what the episode's about. And I really do love Shiro backstory. Give me more. I'll take as much as I get. I seriously love it. I feel like this episode was mostly to highlight Allura's feelings towards the Gara, which come into play later in the season as well, even more prominently. It also put some importance on Keith because of how he recognized the blade and all that. This, I think, episode was more backstory. Not backstory, but like to build up, because they introduced the Blade of Marmora and all of that. And I think it's weird, not weird, but I think it's interesting how many characters kind of die in season 2, way more than season 1. Like, Ulaz dies when he saves the Paladins from that creepy thing, I forget, whatever Zarkon made to defeat them. But it was just, I feel like less people died in season 1. But, yeah, so it was interesting. I like this episode actually a lot. I also really like the animation in this season. And this episode, particularly the entire battle sequence at the end, animation, top notch, amazing. I feel like the people who made it, same people who made, Avatar Legend of Korra, I think. And that animation is top notch. This is also top notch. I'm loving it. And of course, there were also funny moments throughout the episode, like there always are. I feel like when Korra was commentating while they were fighting and all that, it was kind of funny. Episode 4 was Greening the Cube. And this had a lot of world building, which is why it was one of my favorite episodes. The Okari and all of that, and the whole can build things. It was super cool world building. It gave more depth to the series, and it was extremely interesting. And Pidge, of course, I talked about how much I love Pidge. I love development. When they're the green lion is supposed to symbolize outdoors, and she's like, I hate the outdoors. I was like, that was super funny. And I love how she, of course, discovered more things about her lion and more skills and all that. And since she is the youngest paladin, I think it's very interesting how much she changes throughout the course of the series and all that. And at the beginning of the episode, when they had that snowball fight out of the spores, it was I really love bonding moments, and that was a very funny moment. And it made my heart warm. And when Pidge was like Sports code when they were trying to code it. Puns. Did I just dab? What do I dab? Oh god, I hate myself. But I do have a bone to pick with this episode and kind of the entire season in general, which is Hunk being always reduced to food jokes. Like, I get it, he's a fat character. You have to include some kind of thing with related to food to him, but and not his entire character development. He had no character development this season, just food joke after food joke. It made me upset. Because Hunk is such a good character, and I feel like he isn't being used to his full potential. If you get my drift. So yeah, that is one of the major things that annoyed me about the season, especially this episode. And I mean, it didn't ruin it for me, you know, but I just kind of, if I could do the season over, I would change that. Episode 5 was the Eye of the Storm, which basically after they fight that cube thing on Alkari, which I didn't talk about, that was really cool too. Sorry. Anyway, they fight the cube thing on Alkari planet, whatever that planet was called, and then they dip, and then Zarkon starts coming after them. They're just trying to chill and go to sleep, but Zarkon is not letting them go. And it really showed the extent of their situation, because first it's like, oh my god, how's Zarkon finding us? And then now it's like, wow, we might hella die if we don't figure out how he's finding us. And I love how they had to work together and all to like get the ship moving at the end because of all the telodab lenses, blah blah. It was very interesting. And I love the Keith and Lance dynamic in this episode because, like, of course, when they were trying to go down to the pool, Keith's like, I have to stay farthest away from you as possible. And then but when they're actually like fighting, like they have really good teamwork. Like, you know, they're super like partnery and they have each other's backs, and I really love that relationship. But other than that, like, I mean, the content level in this episode was not that much. It was kind of just like, oh, we gotta run away, boys. But it was nice. It was kind of, there were like little funny moments, like when Pidge was trying to learn Altean, and then like the creature in the simulation attacks and all that. And since I've talked about episodes 1 through 5, that's going to be at the end of this video. But if you want to see the rest of the season, go check out my other 2. Cool, fun times. So, see y'all later.